I'm any new province, and I just finished up the league with Jeskai Spellbombs. I think this deck's saving grace is that it's so good against Tireless Tribe. As always, you can pump up your Seeker of the Ways and Sarah Disciples in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamp in the description down below. Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the league. We're gonna get to play first in our first match. Oh, turn one preordain, can't lose. Keep all day. Land. What's better, one preordain or thinning my deck with Evolving Wilds? I think I'll keep Tooth. I think it's good enough with Sarah Disciple. I will bottom think twice and we'll pass. No explosive start with any kind of crazy Seeker of the Way shenanigans, unfortunately. Uh-oh. Stumpy, here they come. There's a Spell Bomb. Okay, so next turn should be pretty good. We can commit a Spell Bomb and then we can leave up Tooth of Chisgora for one. We can leave up Vapor Snag at some point to try to deal with like an Elephant Guide or a Rancor. And this gets first strike, so that's pretty nice against this deck. We can kind of sneak a Tooth in. They have a bunch of X2s, so hopefully that will bode well for us. Hopefully this also, well, if it's Skargan Pit Skulk and they don't boggle it up right away, we might be okay. All right, so some X2s. That means next turn, hopefully we can get the blowouts. Artifact land would be ideal here, obviously. Birch Lowering. Oh no, this is elves. Okay. We're getting elfed out. Well, that really sucks. This might be a lot worse than I thought it would be. We have Electrickeries in our sideboard at least. These will go get us those 2 red sources we need. Finding some Spell Bombs, probably going to be pretty critical here. That's not a terrible draw. I wish I could scry with it. So I think I'm going to play Lotus Petal. Yeah, I'm probably going to play Spell Bomb, Lotus Petal, leave up Spell Bomb, Vapor Snag. Unfortunately, we're getting the triggers now, but I want to be able to blow them up if I have to, or like bounce something to their hand if I have to. All right, so play Evolving Wilds, a few spells up. Looking pretty anemic against elves here. They can just crack back for a million, so there's no point in attacking here. I'll probably go get more blue mana with this. Oh man, elves, huh? Okay, so we'll go to blocks like this. Maybe we'll get the blowouts, play Tooth of Chisgora. Pump up our Sarah Disciple. Hey, we got an elf off the board. That's like small victories, right? And we'll just let damage go through, I guess. Well, we might, I don't know. Yeah. There's no point. There's no point in tapping it. Let's not remind them what this does. I hope so, man. I hope so. Elves is scary, right? Like, who knows what those 4 cards in their hand are. One of them's a Timberwatch elf, so that's not good. Lotus Petals are $10. This is high dollar Pauper. Oh yeah, we go as expensive as we can here. Our Ancient Ends and our Lotus Petals. I bought Lotus Petals so that I could. We might draw a Pyrite Spellbomb for this Timberwatch elf, so I am gonna get red here. As much as I don't want to. I think where I have the Vapor Snag, I might just cash this in now too. We needed to find an answer for this. Yikes. Okay, those are not answers for that. I guess we can go shields down a little bit and get in with Sarah Disciple. Because when they pump something, we can Vapor Snag it in response at the very least and buy ourselves a turn. We'll probably be telegraphing what we're doing, but I guess it is what it is. So we'll go to combat, attack. And go through to blocks. Instant speed, we'll flash in a Tooth, pump up our guy. And get those life totals back down to parity. Also, this kind of is a parody of decks in general. And we'll play out Evolving Wilds and pass the turn with Vapor Snag up for their first Timberwatch elf activation. If they have something like Quirion Ranger here, we're probably in a lot of trouble. I guess I could have just bounced Timberwatch on their turn, but I don't know if it's worth doing that. Oh, is this friggin' lead the okay. It's not lead the Stampede, but they do get a redraw. They're gonna get to untap their Nettle Sentinel. They might just get to draw like a good few cards here, depending on how many visionaries they have. This has looked pretty anemic, right? There's only 20 lands in the deck, and there's 3 Lotus Petals, so we have 23 mana sources, which might be a little high, but it does mean we can think twice and then think twice again, and also do some weird like Leonin Squire stuff to go off. Is this lead the Stampede? Very good. Fair things. Okay, let's see what Elves leads into. There's a Well-Wisher. That's probably gonna be it. They can't cast Well-Wisher this turn. I guess they could like cast a Birchlore Rangers. Looks like they will, but that's only 1 Timberwatch activation. I guess that's not super scary. As long as this isn't Quirion Ranger. They're gonna cast a Vanguard. Okay, well, that's pretty scary. Yep. Do I even want to show them the Vapor Snag? Like, how dead are we here? Birchlore Rangers, yep. Untaps Nettle Sentinel. And we certainly, I don't even know if like bouncing this doesn't really do anything. It puts another counter on this. I guess it keeps us from being like mega dead, but they get to just recast it. Oh no, they don't get to recast it. Okay. Yeah, no effects. No effects on attacks anyway. And they're gonna pump. So we will Vapor Snag. No pumps, no damage. Could use another Aether Spellbomb. I just want a way to get this off the table. If we can get Timberwatch off the table, then we might be okay. We have another blue source, so I'm just going to grab a white here. Leonin Squire. Well, that's another copy of Aether Spellbomb, so play Leonin Squire. Get back Aether Spellbomb. This is going to be interesting. I think it might be close. Maybe it's not as far off as I thought it would be. Trigger Serra Disciple. Probably just play out our land, I guess. Go to combat. Attack. And Tooth. Obviously, Well-Wisher is pretty bad. We do have a few more bounce effects in our deck to like keep it off the board for a second, and we do have 3 Pyrite Spellbombs we can dig into. But as it stands, yeah, it's pretty bad news for us. Both of these cards. This card and this card. Yep. Triggers the Vanguard. I won't be blocking this today. There's Nettle Sentinel. Putting our opponent effectively up to infinite Birchlore Ranger mana. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see a... we're going to see their Elvish Visionary come down, yeah. All right, let's see. What can they do? I would say, like, Lotus Petals, I got them because I wanted to try a Dino deck, like with the Enrage combo with Guilty Conscience. And I was trying to, like, the only way you can see what the fastest version of a combo deck is by using Lotus Petals. If you're using, like, a non-red color. Because I think this is, like, if it enables you to go off 1 turn sooner than, like, a Ritual does, I think it's worth it. So they're going to get in for 5, and then I'll bounce whatever the Timberwatch creature is, or they just might attack with everything. Yeah. Okay, sure. What's most useful to them? I guess none of these elves really matter. So I think maybe I will actually chump with Leonin Squire. And we'll see what they want to pump. We'll bounce that. If they even do, I guess. Sure. So we're going to do this in response. If they have vines, then I'm pretty sure... yeah, they don't have vines. Okay, so that'll fizzle. We'll lose our Squire. And hopefully we find some way to keep it going here. I think they're going to play Well-Wisher now, which is bad news for us. They have 2 cards on the battlefield we can't really get hit by. or we can't let them activate effectively. And I don't know if we got anything that can do anything about that, but we'll see. One more mana. I think without a Lead the Stampede, it would have been okay. Like, they hit Well-Wisher there, that was pretty good. These Visionaries have seemed pretty good too. So let's see. Can we do 11 next turn? Oh yeah, that's probably it, huh? Yeah. Good point. Good point. I think we were dead if we didn't, though. I don't know why they didn't play all these elves out first to pump up their team. We draw land, and we're most likely we are dead. Woo! All right, elves, huh? So we'll bring in our Electrickeries and our Standard Bearers. And we're not going to be tutoring for blue mana as often, so I think like Aether Spellbomb and Vapor Snags are too good, though. I probably want to go down like one Think Twice, but that helps us dig into our good sideboard cards. Chromatic Star does too. I think I can cut one Chromatic Star. I think that's a bit fluffy. I can probably cut the Sun Chasers. I think we're going to try to control our way into a win here. Just get rid of whatever we care about on their side of the board. And Leonin Squire kind of facilitates that explosive draw, so I think I'll take out a Leonin Squire, and the first strike is okay defensively. Maybe like an Artificer's Assistant. Maybe I don't want all these Standard Bearers. I probably do want all these Standard Bearers. I think Timberwatch is so good against us, but they might just end up going wide with like a Lizalana Huntmaster or something like that. We probably don't want to go down our Disciples because they are just really great. We could go down one Pyrite Spellbomb. We're kind of strained on our red mana, and this is to like win a bit faster. But then again, it can be recurred by Leonin Squire, so it's like recurable removal. So maybe I'll just go down one journey. And now I kind of want to have all three Leonin Squires, but anyway, we'll submit like that. And we would love to play first. We have an Electrickery, and we'll cast it someday. We have a couple of sideboard cards. I'm happy enough with that, so we'll keep. Land. I don't even know if I want to run out this Pyrite Spellbomb yet. No, I don't think I do. I think I'd rather they played into it. If it's like Quirion Ranger, I might just snap this off. But then again, I guess we could just play Standard Bearer. Nettle Sentinel, sure. Doesn't super duper matter. I think I'm okay taking like a couple of turns to Electrickery, so I don't think I'm going to play my Mountain here. I'm just going to get my Artifact Land Cannon. But then again, the thing we really care about is instant speed Tooth of Chiskora, so maybe playing into getting double red earlier is a good idea. But I don't know. I don't think that matters too much here, so I'm just going to play Sarah Disciple. Maybe it'll give us a good target for our Pyrite Spellbomb next turn. That would be ideal. But if they don't, we can just go Standard Bearer, put it on the battlefield. Oh yeah, Standard Bearer should be good. Looks like our opponent hasn't found a land, which I'm definitely okay with. Well, they did find a land. Sure. Birchfloor Rangers. Elves ran us over. It is what it is. Or they like did the elf combo thing where they cast a very convincing Lead the Stampede pretty early in the game. I don't know. I don't like these decks. The unfair decks are probably not that good against unless they have one of their bad draws, because we're pretty fair, right? Like we're trying to attack with mid-rangey creatures that are good at blocking Delvers. I don't think this is going to eat a Pyrite Spellbomb. I think I'd rather wait until I have the 2 red mana and Electrickery this away with a bunch of other stuff. Okay, Relic, that doesn't really matter. I guess it kind of matters. So We don't need Standard Bearer on the battlefield yet. I kind of just want to get a good attack in here. So play a Mountain. Play a Pyrite Spellbomb. Yeah, that sounds pretty much exactly like how it happened. I guess Quirion Ranger is like kind of a consideration, but not really. I'd rather get in for 4 here. And then have at least a 2-power defender following that until we someday hit our second red mana. The Electrickeries are pretty greedy. Trying to hit double red in a deck that's only splashing red, like that's pretty basic Magic advice. But I think the deck's weak enough that the sideboard's got to be pretty tight for us to get anywhere. No, I haven't played all the cards yet. I haven't played against all the cards either. I can't see myself removing anything instant speed with this. Like, I could kill the Priest of Titania, but then they still have like 1, 2, 3. I guess they only have 3 mana that way. 4 mana. They still have effectively 4 mana, so they might be able to cast this with Overload, right? Oh no, you don't even need double red. Okay. Well, never mind. No, yeah, you just pay 1 in a red. Beautiful. Why did I think that? I've cast Electrickery a bunch of times. Probably on camera before. They might pump the brakes here a little bit. They also might not pump the brakes here a little bit. So we'll see what happens. I'd really like them to just tap this Priest of Titania, overcommit. I should have pretended that I wanted double red so that I could Pyrite Spellbomb / Electrickery a Lizzlana Huntmaster in the same turn. It doesn't hit my creatures. Yeah. Just like explain my misplay with a further misplay. Yes, opponent, I understand you're casting a Lizzlana Huntmaster, or I feel like you're casting a Lizzlana Huntmaster. Oh, it's going to be Gleeful Sabotage. Okay. And I imagine they'll conspire onto my Spellbomb here. So I think I'm just going to... I wonder if I just let this go. Let's just float mana. Let it go. They might get my Tooth of Chisgora here, which wouldn't be great. My cat's here for the emotional support. No, they're just targeting my lands. Well, joke's on you, opponent. I don't really need all that mana. Yeah, sure. I think that's okay. I think I'm not going to do anything. So go ahead. Off they go. Yes, my pretty kitten. That's her. That's the prettiest one. I guess this does make Auriok Sunchasers a lot worse. Oh no, they're gonna get rid of them. I guess then my Leonin Squires can't go get them somehow. It'd be really great if you played like 100 elves here. Doesn't look like they're going to. Okay. I imagine they'll go to get in here. I'm gonna kill this Nettle Sentinel with the Pyrite Spellbomb. I could kill this Birchwell right now. They have tons of mana. And then we'll see if they play any elves post-combat. Yeah. We only get to kill one of your elves with our Pyrite Spellbomb. I get it. Man, there's another... Oh, it's a 1-2... Oh, crap. Oh, that's good. Okay. So we'll play Pyrite Spellbomb, trigger our Serra Disciple, and take out their Scattershot Archer, Tootswit, go to combat. See, I thought I had a deck that was decent against decks that were trying to target like single X1s, like go around that whole nonsense. But it turns out Blue-Red Delver is a lot more popular this week, so people are trying to Wrath X1s in the sky now, conditionally. Another Scattershot Archer would obviously be a bummer, and we just lost another Pyrite Spellbomb, which is also kind of a bummer. Makes our Leonin Squires a lot worse. We only have 2 left. All right, Electrickery is bananas here, obviously. They're going to have to get a pretty crazy lead the Stampede type draw to get around it. There's Journey. Well, we're not doing any of that. I wonder if we wait to see if they overcommit. I think I do. It's not worth it. They're going to get a Well-Wisher activation. I'm just going to Electrickery. So that's pretty decent. If not decent minus. We have a Journey for the next creature, and we have a Standard Bearer. So there's a little Wrath of God for us. Hopefully that worked out. Greedy sideboard cards, totally worth. And we're going to try to get ahead on clock here. Yep, there goes Relic. Trying to find some more elves. Brain Rangers, sure. Or we have Journey in hand. We don't really care about that. I guess we have Standard Bearer. If this is Lizalana or something, oh, we have to kill that. Never mind. So we will Journey that, never casting this Artificer's Assistant, perceivably. They might have another Gleeful Sabotage coming up here shortly, which would be bad. We're not running into any of our kind of cantrippy artifact spells, so it's hard to punish them using Serra Disciple. And pass the turn. See what this is. Lead to Stampede. That's ridiculous. Our opponent's going to draw a million. Hopefully they get on like a Timberwatch Elf type of plan now, so Standard Bearer kind of fogs them until we can win. My cat is very persistent tonight. I know this looks awkward, having me just like move my hand back and forth in my lap like, but... Yeah, opponent drew 1,000 cards, 2 of which are Well-Wishers. One of which is a Lizalana Huntmaster. But that was a draw 5, huh? 3 mana draw 5? Pretty good. Pretty good. We're probably dead. They get 2 Well-Wishers next turn. We'd have to have quite the flurry of spells to not die next turn. So we'll play Standard Bearer, we'll play Evolving Wilds. Go to combat, get in with Serra Disciple. But once these Well-Wishers start doing their thing, I guess we could draw our other Electrickery. Wouldn't that be crazy? Getting in for 2. Our opponent... Can your deck go infinite? It can, it's just bad. Nope, it can't go infinite, but maybe it should try. Their deck doing a much more impressive impression of going infinite. There's just straight up Lizalana. They're going to add a couple mana. They've got another land here. So I feel like we're going to see some pretty insane stuff. They get to untap Priestess of Titania or Priest of Titania. I always think this is a lady, but it's not, is it? It's a, well, like, would it be a priestess if it wasn't? What are the names of the clergy? The elvish clergy. You know what I gotta do next week? I gotta play a Lead the Stampede deck. Oh, these are so good against us. Don't worry about us. Opponent, just slam your elves and smash our face. Yeah. Yeah, opponent, have some goddamn respect for the game. If I kill this, we might not lose. I don't think we win any game. Like, I don't think it's worth trading off Standard Bearer here. For what that's worth. Ugh. Pretty anemic draw. Even if I could bounce it for a turn and like... What's with the 20 questions? Oh, more Artificer's Assistance. Just what I needed. I think we're dead here, but we will go out swinging. That was pretty savage. I think anything but like 2 more well-wishers there, we might have stood a chance, but I don't know. We'd have to like find another electrickery. They would have to whiff for about 100 years. It's gonna be a bad scene. See what this is. Oh, that clutch top deck lead the Stampede. I hate that so much. They had nothing going on. 0 cards in hand. They top deck lead the Stampede, draw 5, draw into 2 of their best cards in this matchup. That's tough. And we were going around journeying scattershot archers, I guess, but we could deal 5. We can't deal Quirion Ranger double well-wisher in that amount of time. And if this is like Viridian Longbow, then I can cry myself to sleep for the rest of my life. Who knows? Maybe they won't activate Well-Wisher. Maybe they don't have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they remembered. Dang it. Well, our chances just went out the window, folks. Yep. We will take 7. Definitely not. It's that's the title of the series, possibly Pauper Playable. So I wouldn't say it's competitive. As a matter of fact, we just lost to a pretty great deck. They did top deck a draw 5 when we were about to win, but yeah. If you like weird janky decks, then this is the place for you. Turn 1 Preordain. I don't really know how you can beat that, so I'll keep. Got a Vapor Snag. Could be good. All right, so Seed of the Synod, Preordain. See what we find on top. Pyrite Spellbomb. I guess it's a redraw, and depending on what they are. This might be Delver or something, and that's pretty good against Spellstutter Sprite. So I actually might draw into that this turn. Well, wait, no, I forgot. The Control Z doesn't matter. Never mind. Gonna be Vapor Snagging some Spellstutters. Oh yeah, we did I say can't lose? Uh-oh. Our opponent's on Mono Blue Delver, or they were yesterday anyway. That's how same lands too. I like that they're playing the Ixalan lands. Maybe I should pick up some oh yeah, so they don't know I'm on this deck. That land on Artifact Enter the Battlefield cards. Yeah, Artifact Enter the Battlefield cards, definitely a consideration. They might have Daze here, but I don't really think... I don't think they will Daze Serra Disciple. I guess we beat them with a real janky deck last night, so maybe they will, but I think the upside's too high. So let's try to Serra Disciple, see if they want to Daze. Pick up your island, opponent, go for it. Their build of Delver yesterday had a bunch of extra bounce spells, which is also pretty good against our strategy. So we'll see. Oh man, having a bunch of Delvers also very good against our strategy. So let's see if they want to counter this Lotus Petal. Pump up our Serra Disciple. They don't want to counter that. We will play out a Pyrite Spellbomb. Pump up our Serra Disciple. Look, we have our own Delver of Secrets now. Play Evolving Wilds, go to combat, get in for 3. These can just keep killing Delvers if we find Leonin Squires. Yeah, I think so. Lawbert, and I linked their video in the bottom of the deck tech. Oh crap, guys! I forgot to update the list. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to update my commands. So I definitely forgot about something. Yep. Get Probe enters the revealed card zone. Sure. How much nonsense am I going to do in response to this Cataxian Probe? They might have like Mutagenic Growth in hand to save it. Yeah, so this isn't the right... That's not the right deck list. I will get the deck list for you really quick. Oh yeah, always just like blind flipping a couple of Delvers. So let me get this deck list in my clipboard really quick. There we go. All right, here's the deck list. Sorry about that. Yeah, and our opponent sure is good at flipping Delvers. I guess we could just like try to Vapor Snag, and then they'll probably Spell Stutter Sprite, and we could try to like Pyrite Spellbomb the Spell Stutter Sprite, which I think is probably an okay play. So we'll see if they even want to play Counter Magic. They know about this. So, and this isn't enough information for them to really get anywhere with it. And yeah, they probably know we can't do much else than that. So all of them see our hand of nothing now. They might be gauging whether we have a way to like untap and pump this or something like that, which is honestly pretty interesting. Like just having a way, giving Sarah Disciple Vigilance could be the plan. Is this just like straight up turn 2 Gush? They're gonna Ponder. Yep. I'd much rather they run themselves out of mana before I go doing any crazy Pyrite Spellbomb shenanigans. Yep. There's Delver again. And will they get in? They will. Okay, so sack this for red. Try to Spellbomb your Delver. I think this is going to be Mutagenic Growth, yeah. So that's cool. It's actually not very cool. Their version of Sarah Disciple doing a pretty considerable amount of work here. And they're leaving up a Vapor Snag of their own. I don't really know if we can play around that, but we're going to do our darndest. Oh, there's a Vapor Snag. It's not bad. So I think we're just going to go play Star, sack Star for blue. We could find another removal spell or something. Draw a card. Or just another threat would be okay. Yeah, sure. We're going to Vapor Snag right away. Find another Sarah Disciple. So that's not the worst thing that could have happened. Oh, they could have Daze here. That would be pretty bad. Turns out they do not. Yeah, I think I'm just going to try to Vapor Snag this Delver and we'll pass the turn. Hopefully we'll get our 2/1/1 flyers down and then life will be all right. See what they flip off the Delver. Nothing. Okay, we might be okay now, gang. We have managed to out-tempo the Delver deck. There's a Gush, gonna draw a million cards, cantrip, into a counterspell for Sarah Disciple, and set up these Delvers flipping. Tooth of Chiskora would be nice, because we can cast it, pump up both of our Disciples, and leave this one back on defense for flip Delvers. They might get in with this 1/1, but I will block 100 times out of 10. They could have Mutagenic Growth, but we have another one of these. Sure. And now they're at 9. So they are going to be flipping their Delvers next turn. Let's see if they want to counter an Artificer's Assistant. No. So here comes hard counter. Yep. And they're going to flip a couple Delvers. And things might be going downhill here. He does, yeah, he does like to flip 2, or they like to flip 2 at a time. Whoever this Bobby character is. Getting in for 6. Seems good. There's a Preordain. And I can't imagine they don't have 1,000 counterspells now. Yep. Pretty good blocker. I think this Artificer's Assistant might have to get a Tooth of Chiskora someday, so I'm just going to leave it back on defense. And we'll journey one of their Delvers. Pass the turn. I think it could be more correct to leave Sarah Disciples back on defense, but we got to do some tricky stuff with like the tooths and stuff like that, the teeth and things like that to really get value out of that play. So might not be the best, but we'll see. Getting this far against 2-flip Delvers, I feel like a pretty decent, decent showing for any deck. My poor Jank, though. Yeah, they're going to flip a Ninja off of this Fairy Miscreant. And that's probably going to be it. Mono Blue Delver, man. This deck's so good. I think we would have to get Leonin Squire, and even then, I don't think things are looking that great. So now we can't even really use Leonin Squire to do anything helpful. One Spellbomb, one Spellbomb might be okay. All right, so let's see if we can get a Spellbomb down. We'll get a Scry. We'll get to kill this. We can block this next turn, or block this if it flips. We'll certainly bottom that. I thought I just bottomed 2 of those. That's weird. And we'll kill this Delver. Hopefully they don't have another Mutagenic Growth. Or we're dead to Mutagenic Growth. But we just are, though. All right. Mutagenic Growth, pretty good in Mono Blue Delver. So what do we want for Mono Blue Delver? Probably Electrickeries. This is the no Spire Golem version. I find Aether Spellbomb and Vapor Snag to be pretty bad against their deck. We might want like 1 Dispel for their... I guess Dispel only hits hard counters, Mutagenic Growths and stuff. They'll probably have Dispels now, I suppose. Don't know what else I would want. But I was kind of counting on Sarah Disciple being really good against them. I guess if Delver is going to be running Mutagenic Growths these days, it probably isn't. I wonder what they are. Yikes. Still pretty yikes, but it is what it is, so we'll keep. Scrying a land to the top, pretty fantastic, because that means we can just go boom. Boom. And cast our Sarah Disciple. And start beating down next turn. 3 cards in hand against Delver. Not a great place to be. But we're going to go fast anyway. Fairy Miscreant, yep. So we will play our land. Play Leonin Squire. I wonder if they have days. They could. So it's very possible. It'll put them off Ninja next turn, but I think that's worth it for them. I think they'll understand that Lotus Petal's pretty good here. We're going to cast it. Trigger Sarah Disciple. Lotus Petal comes down. We'll go to combat and attack. So pretty decent turn 2, I think. We have Tooth of Chisgora ready to go. I'm gonna let them take their turn first. Probably even, I don't want to cast it on their end step, but we probably will cast it on our turn. I think maybe they're going to leave up Vapor Snag now, so that could be bad, but we could always Lotus Petal Dispel. Yep. Yep. You have attacked. All right, another land is good. Ish. Not really, actually. Flooding out pretty valiantly here. So we'll just play that out, just in case we have to sack our Lotus Petal at any point. Go to combat, swing. See if they'll go to 15. They will go to 15. I kind of don't want to give them an opportunity to blink first on this tooth. So you can't bounce this. Da-na-na-na. Da-na, da-na. See if they flip their Delver. That's shocking. So if this is going to be another Fairy Miscreant, then I will run this tooth out. That way, at least they need a hard counter to do something about it. Now we're kind of just hoping to go fast enough that the Ninja they're going to get down doesn't matter. I guess they don't have a Ninja. We'll keep sandbagging this. Though maybe I shouldn't have. There's another Sarah disciple. So let's see if they want to use some interaction on this now so that this gets through. Kind of doubt they do. All right, sure. So go to combat, get in. They could have another bounce spell. That would really suck here. Go through the blocks. Nice. Hey man, this deck's pretty good. Delver. Okay, now they have the days. I just can't play around days, so I won't. Yeah, okay. So looking pretty grim here. Opponent has a land and 2 unknowns in hand. They're probably going to flip this Delver. Oh, they still don't. Okay. So Preordain is what they had in hand. They had Preordain, days, and a land. Now their hand is 2 unknowns. And they still want to race. Non-creature spells. So yeah, some Ninja, unsurprising here. Gonna pick up their Delver, hit us for 3. Well, I guess sometimes you play against 2 of the best decks in the format, huh? All right, get in with Leonin Squire, see if they want to block, and I'll flash in the Tooth now. There's no reason sandbagging it. We can't use it for any silly first strike shenanigans. Just use it for extra damage. When it's at 10, we're probably dead. More luck in the O2 bracket. Let's see what happens. I don't think we can come back. Elves and Delver, man. Gotta be bad matchups. Yep. Here's Fairy Miscreant. Can't block, won't block. We're at 10. Opponent's a Delver deck. We draw Journey. I doubt they can't counter this, but I might as well get in. Or try to. Maybe we have a ninja. I did have ninjas in this deck at one point. So they're going to block with their fairy. Probably still, they might mutagenic growth. Yep. The blowouts. Did you find another counterspell? Delver's Secrets, man. Crazy deck. There's another fairy, and they're going to get there. So they draw another card. They'll get to resolve their Delver, hit our ninja, hit us with ninja a few more times. That's going to be it. That's Pauper, gang. Bobby Found Dead was not having our nonsense tonight. Get pro bus. And we find an Auriok Sunchaser. I guess it's worth casting it. Show them our bad deck. Nice. All right, we're just dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Night Delver. That is the goal. And I will not stray from it. All right, my match has started. We have turn 1 Seeker of the Way and no way to enable it, so I'm going to keep. Let's hope turn 1 Seeker of the Way is good enough. Oh man, our opponent's on a burn deck and they're just going to be able to kill it. Dang it. That really sucks. I guess burn spells at our Seeker probably better than burn spells at like anything else, so I think I might actually play it slow here. Let's play an Evolving Wilds past the turn. All real decks. Let's see what this is. Curse of the Pure Start. All right. So we'll go get some more blue mana. I guess we could use a little bit more white here, but we have our mountain. I think I'll just take blue. Who knows? Maybe we'll want to think twice. Another Seeker. Okay, well, I'm convinced. Let's just start jamming Seeker of the Ways. and hoping they survive. Let's hope this isn't a Searing Blaze. Here comes Searing Blaze. Yeah. No. I guess if we just keep playing stuff they think they have to remove, that might not be the worst. We have 4 of these. Curse gonna keep doing work. They're gonna needle drop us. All right. There's a Tooth, which we could flash in to pump it, I guess. So if we play land, play Lotus Petal, we can flash in Tooth for 1, and then we won't have enough for Think Twice to get it up to a 4/4. So I actually think I'm going to play Sarah Disciple, play an island, and pass the turn. Wonder if they're going to kill this. Doesn't look like they want to kill it. Yep. So we'll play another land, play out our Lotus Petal, pump up Sarah Disciple, go to combat. We don't want to flash in Tooth of Chiskora because we want to be able to pump this twice at instant speed. And we will play our Seeker of the Way. Pass. This has got to survive however many burn spells they have in their hand. They're going to cycle Forgotten Cave. Opponent has no interest in lands today. And try to bolt the Seeker. So we have to do all this now. We will do all this. Pump it up to a 3/3. So if you want to kill it, you're going to have to use 2 burn spells on it. So Tooth will resolve. And we will Think Twice. We can still enable it next turn. We can still cast another Think Twice from our graveyard to give this lifelink. So I think they're going to have to go pretty bananas here to do anything about this Seeker. And any other cheap prowess triggering card will not go astray. They're going to Fire Blast the Seeker. Okay, well, very happy to see those cards going at Seeker of the Way and not at our face. And I think that's going to be our opponent's turn. So we take a couple of cursed triggers. There's a Spellbomb, so we'll play out Spellbomb. Trigger Disciple. Play Evolving Wilds, play Disciple. Sack. We might as well not sack it. Go to combat. Swing. That was a pricey trade, but I feel like if they let it live, then it does do too much work against them and we would win. So I think that was correct on their part. They're playing awfully fast to think it wasn't correct. And their land drops pretty admirably over there. We'll sack this, go get some white mana, and pass turn. Triggers. I mean, we're not in good shape by any means. We will Think Twice. What do I want to tap out of here? So we'll Think Twice like this. We do have a Seed of the Synod in hand. All right, so another trigger. I don't know. We might call it close here. Get in for 5. We have 4 damage on board over the next couple of turns. So we can put them to 8, put them to 6, and then we'd have to do some pretty crazy stuff. We would have to get Leonin Squire going next turn. So I will snap this off on you. Come on, artifacts. No mana. Not mana. I guess Artificer's Assistant also very bad. Okay, that's neither of those things. We can't fault our deck for that. Neither of these do anything. Great deck, you wonderful, wonderful being. I love you so much and you're the best. So play our land, go to combat, attack with the Sarah Disciples. But I think we might be nearing our end here. Attack for 3. We've got him dead next turn? Yeah, we got him dead next turn. So if they can't kill us here, which they likely will be able to, then we got him. but Searing Blaze. So we go to 3. Sure. And Burn Spell? Good, good. All right. Burn it is. So bring in the Hydroblasts, and I think... Nah, Dispel's probably not that great here. I don't know if Standard Bearers are worth it. I think we just bring in Hydroblasts. We'll take out a couple of Journeys, and we'll definitely take out the Vapor Snags, because we'd only be snagging ourselves. So maybe a couple Standard Bearers aren't that bad. They're another threat on the battlefield, and they'll have to target that with Burn Spells before they target... maybe even just Dispels. We'll be fine. So we'll do it like that. All right, keep it going. Nah, this hand's really bad. We don't have very much mana in our deck, but this is arguably a lot worse, but we'll keep it. Hydroblast, leave that on top. We'll play a land, play out our Artificer's Assistant to fix our draws for the next couple turns. We're not going to scry with Lotus Petal here because we're going to draw Hydroblast. We'd rather do that next turn. Lightning Spikes us to the face, yep. So we will Lotus Petal. Get a scry. I'll definitely leave that on top. Play an artifact land so that if for any reason... Actually, I think I might just flash in Tooth here anyway. I don't think the pumping up our Seeker of the Way... I don't think it did that much good. Pump this guy up. Get him for 2. We have our own Lava Runner. We did it. We built a Lava Runner. Opponent cycles a land. Must be finding quite a few. Yep. Our turn. Preordain. Okay, so no artifacts to play. We'll Preordain. Hydroblast on top. Evolving Wilds we can put to the bottom. Play a land. Go to combat. Attack with Artificer's Assistant. Get the Tooth going. And pass the turn. We've done it, gang. We've turned the clock in our favor. I feel like we're gonna hold these Hydroblasts until we're precariously close to being dead, because if we get a Seeker, we're gonna want to defend it somehow. If we see curses and things like that, oh yeah, no, I'm probably gonna have to do something about that. So we will Hydroblast your Smash to smithereens. I'm gonna need that land. And they're gonna Chain Lightning us, sure. Down to 3 cards in hand. Could be a lethal amount of cards, for sure. Think twice. Okay, well, let's think twice right now. Preordain. Yep. Cycling through our deck. Don't want any of these. Find mana. For what it's worth, I think I'm getting somewhat unlucky. But I don't know if that's worth that much. All right, they're at 14. We're at 11. They have 3 cards in hand. We do have this Hydroblast, so at least we're like at a virtual 14 here. There's another Hydroblast. That's not the worst draw, obviously. We did bring it out of the sideboard, so we'll flash this back, find an Evolving Wilds. Fantastic. We'll play Evolving Wilds, get in with Artificer's Assistant. Oh, yeah. Feels good, man. And we'll pass. So, like, any number of non-land cards probably would have been pretty okay. Yeah, that's fine. I can kill it on their end step. If they have, like, Firebrand Archer or something, I might want to wait until they play that. But it doesn't appear that they do. So I'll go get red mana. And probably kill this now. Turn comes back. Yikes. Okay. Draw another land. Seems good. Attack with Artificer's Assistant. Pump with Tooth of Chiskara. Get him for 2. Now the thing is, this league has wrapped up so quickly so far. We might stand a chance at just playing another one and doing a bit better. Let's see what this is. Rift Bolt Hardcast. Okay. And we're at 8 now. I kind of feel like it's closing in on dead time. Oh yeah, that's true. I had scryed a bunch of junk to the bottom. Well, Secret of the Way. Okay. Okay, we could stand a chance in some universe. Yeah, you're probably right though. We didn't really need to land, and the thinning might not have been worth it. They're at 8. We are at a similarly precarious life total here. And pass the turn. We will protect our Seeker. See what our opponent wants to do. I think they just want to try to kill us at this point. Like, this is almost a non-issue. Because we'll have to top deck, like, you know, heroes to even get this lifelink online. Oh yeah, sick deck. You're doing it. Well, they're dead next turn if we're not. So we got that going for us. They could just try to kill Seeker, I guess. They're at 4. We're at 8. Lotus Petal is a sweet add-in affinity. Oh man, they're gonna combo off and we're gonna die. Oh no, we won. Okay, sweet. In question mark affinity. Yeah, this is definitely question mark affinity. Maybe we just have too many mana sources. Like maybe I should just like cut a land. We've flooded out so many times. I'm happy with the sideboard plan. More ways to defend Seeker of the Way seems good. Having a 1-drop was fine. Drawing 3 Hydroblasts, also pretty fine. Guys, we didn't go 0-10. Oh yeah, I thought that was going to be 2 Fire Blasts. FT dub as well. So no 0-10 Dream tonight, gang. These cards may be possibly Pauper playable. I don't know. This isn't bad enough to mulligan. It's got a preordain. Could be anything. Artificer's Assistant was pretty good there because it attacked a number of times. We're drawing lands like champions here, so that's good. We're gonna have a bear to attack with, I guess. Let's get that going for us. We preordain. Both of these cards are pretty bad. We don't really have the other half of our deck going on. I guess we can get a free Tooth of Chiskora and start attacking for 3. Chiskoria. God, I've been saying that wrong this whole time. That Cyborgs deck you posted was sweet, Thraven Valiant. That deck looks awesome. I think I'm gonna bottom both of these. We need the other half of our deck first. Well, good thing I tanked about that, eh? We found it. Rift Bolt hits us down to 17. But yeah, Artificer's Assistant, it's pretty good. I think it's hard to build towards its synergy without kind of like crippling your deck with weird cards like this, but it's been fun for sure. We just keep drawing lands. That's awesome. I think I will just play out. No, I should probably play a bear. Oh, God, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to just draw off of this. And then buy it back with Leonin Squire. No, I don't. I think if we don't start attacking, we're dead a few turns ago. So I'm gonna play out Leonin Squire. I highly doubt they're going to do anything to remove it. And leaving up a Lightning Bolt for a Seeker of the Way. I gather we're at 14. We're at 11. But yeah, it's been pretty rough so far. We played Elves and then Mono Blue Delver. I don't think many of my decks have a chance against those decks, but this one has looked so bad. Like, so many lands, man. We're at 9. They're gonna get to Stagger Shock again. There's Seeker. Playland. Sorry about the obnoxiously loud for no reason cars in my neighborhood. We'll go to combat. We can pump this up to like 3 toughness, so if they target it with stagger shock, at least it won't die. And then we'll hold Pyrite Spellbomb to trigger its prowess next turn. Stagger shock. Let's see if they target Seeker of the Way with it. You will use 2 cards to kill this Seeker of the Way. So we will flash in Tooth of Chiskura. Fizzle your Stagger Shock. Next level. And I just hope they keep pointing burn spells at it. Another Stagger Shock would suck, sure. If we get to attack with this once, we're in such good shape. Because that's 4 life next turn. Yeah, sure. No worries about that. We could just be dead, too. Our opponent has 2 cards in hand. All right. Sure. Getting grim, guys. Getting grim. Sarah Disciple. Woo! Looking pretty hot right now. And I don't see any reason to play a Pyrite Spellbomb here, so we'll just play land, get him for 3. One has 1 card in hand. We're at 6. Still only has 1 card in hand. What if it's all lands? What if we just like get to live the dream here? What does that dream look like? Hey, Tass, what's up? Oh my god, deck. Lands, dude. Chill with the lands. Please. We'll just cantrip off of this right away. Find Artificer's Assistant. A little too late, but it's Artificer's Assistant. It's nice that even if you draw with that, you get a little value back. So we'll attack for 5. It's not 0, but we might die. How you doing tonight, Tass? It's been a while. This is one of the huge downsides of this deck. Sometimes you just play 100 Artificer's Assistants and your opponent kills you. They're dead next turn, I guess. We'll see if they got us. A couple of rough weeks. Oh man, that really sucks. Just like school-wise, personal life. It's got you down, my dude. Yeah. I could see it. Ugh. Did they win or did we win? Did they win or did we win? We won the match! Guys, we did it! We're not 0-5. Once again, probably not bad enough to mulligan. So I'll keep this. Oh, our opponent... okay, so I bet our opponent's on blue-black control. The only people that ever say GLHF are on blue-black control or like Capsize Tron. So let's see if we're correct. No, they're on Delver. Okay. Well, at least we get to kill that someday. Seed of the Synod. Well, I think we're going to thin because we're drawing a million lands again. Yeah, 1 shot, technically. Does opponent blind flip? Should I not have wished them good luck? Oh, what? I'm a dummy. They are on blue-black control. Oh, goodness. Okay. Sure. Yep. Seems good. Gonna end step. We'll get blue mana. Opponent gave me a little stutter step before passing the end there. Tass, you have no idea how unbelievably loose the plays have been since you've been gone. It really sucks that I won't have this Aureox Sunchaser online as fast. Oh, Hellutech. Do I even have to tell you, bud? I don't, right? I don't have to tell you how bad it is. We're just trying to get an Aureox Sunchaser down right now, killing these Delvers. It looks worse than I think it is. Like, we have drawn lands a lot. Like, for a deck that has Preordain and wait. If this deck has Preordain and Think Twice in it, and we just draw a bunch of bad draws, does that mean most of the draws in the deck are bad? Is opponent gonna blind flip again? No. Okay. Hey, welcome to the Jankbag Hexarin. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Thanks. That's great. Welcome. Welcome to the jankest of banks. Given what the board looks like, our opponent's on 4 cards in hand, Delver online. I kind of feel like we have to get this Leonin Squire out for our Pyrite Spellbomb. Like this, well, this Aurochs Sunchaser kind of won't matter. Like it's gonna be a few minutes. Your old buddy Hex. What's up, Hex? From the Discord. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Did you bring this land with you? Because if you did, then I'm gonna be very upset. Yeah. We gotta dispel, opponent. Don't counter it. We gotta dispel. You didn't bring that top deck land with you? This deck draws like a friggin' opponent. How did you know not to counter? They're just looking for a good disfigure target, I think. Here it comes. Snapped it off. Oh, it's Doomblade. Okay, well, if it eats a Doomblade, we have creatures we would rather not get Doombladed. Opponent ponders into the Delver flip. Guaranteed. Off another ponder. Seems strong. Ponders. I'm totally going to try to pump fake them with the Tooth of Chiskora, and I'm going to do it with a friggin' straight face. Man, it's like my old buds are here. Like, we got the Discord buds, we got Helutech, Tass. Been a while. Coming back to my roots here. Is that you, Questlove? All right, guys. All right, we gonna pump fake him with the tooth or what? I'm gonna take the bait. Counter it. Do it. Call your best top decks. Okay, I'm gonna draw a land next turn. We're just gonna get this counterspell out of their hand. Our opponent is way too smart for our shenanigans. They might not even care about this. They're like, whatever, it's a 2/2. Okay, they cared. Oh, good, we'll get to resolve this other Tooth of Chiskora. We're about one Augur Bolas away from no fun town. Here it comes, guys. Land off the top. Just what we needed. Here it comes. Land one time. Gonna call it. Opponent slow rolling the us draws. A little bit. C8 Oracle. Or Salt type. Sure. Yeah. If we ever resolve a Sarah disciple, we're in pretty good occasion. We're in good shape. We can protect a Seeker of the Way from Disfigure. So we got that going for us. We're going to 4 and stuff. But I mean, you know, life happens. Life gets in the way sometimes. Okay, all right. If they don't have one of their gajillion removal spells, we might be able to do something fancy here. Each one, I know, they basically play themselves. Like, okay, our opponent sincerely not giving a F about the Sarah Disciple until they like Doombladed or whatever. I don't feel like you keep a hand, yeah. Ooh, okay, well, we can punish that. Guys, we did it. The teeth. The teeth coming in. My opponent's face went. We fogged them too. They can't attack through this. All right. Get wrecked, opponent. Get Oh, yeah, we had him. We had him big time. We'll bring into spells. I kind of figured we could go under decks like this, but we drew 100 lands. So we'll take out Chromatic Stars. We'll take out a Think Twice or two. We're definitely not the grindy deck here. We want to leave in our Bounce Magic for all of their big boys. We probably want to bring in a Celestial Flare because they don't attack with that much stuff. Getting that mana greedy. What's up, Type 1? How you doing tonight? Welcome. Welcome to the Jackpack. You ever Celestial Flare yourself to get like a Seeker trigger? I guess you can still just Celestial Flare them. Oh, that's precisely what we've been doing. We haven't won a single match because our opponent drew more lands than us or anything. I've been getting jank, or I've been getting salty about my own jank these last couple weeks. I really got to take it easy. Yeah, Dispels, Celestial Flare, Celestial Flare, probably pretty good. So, yeah. I might even bring another one of these in. We didn't see any of those little Dirtle guys. We drew 3 Tooth of Chisgoria in a row last game. After I believe we scribed one to the bottom and then drew the rest of them. Oh yeah, legit half. Super legit. Legit as YOLO Swag Bra that chimed in there back there. Helping us out, helping us with the luck against burn. This kind of looks like a mulligan to 5. So, oh man, Seeker of the Way is a really good card though. I think I might, maybe they can't kill it. Because they have Zuberas in play. We did it. I have justified the reason that I effed up and and Celestial Flared myself that time. Deal there. I might just journey this Delver. Or I might just play a Seeker of the Way. Because if they do, oh man, we got the we can fake them out with the teeth next turn if we want. We can also just make a huge Seeker of the Way if we want to, but I think journeying this Delver should be good for us. So I think I'm gonna really hone in on that feeling. Blind Flip. Oh man, opponent's so good. Another untapped land to kill our Seeker of the Way? Please, Daddy. I do believe that's the play, opponent. Don't want me to start casting these bad boys here. That's for dang sure. Maybe they just don't have another land. Imagine. Stack needs Teamer Battle Rage for Seeker Teeth kill combo. Oh my goodness, our opponent only has another blue mana. Like at the very least, Journey to Nowhere gets us a prowess trigger. Tooth seems okay here. Just cast Tooth for 2. Then we can play this Tooth for 1 next turn. No, I think I'm gonna try. Well, yeah, we should bait. We should bait here. I think baiting is fine. Our opponent's gonna mental note themselves. 2 islands, pretty good mental note. Yeah, it's not the worst thing that could happen. Maybe they won't have counter. I think they thought about countering it, but maybe they won't have counter magic for Journey to Nowhere next turn on account of that. We are the aggro now, opponent. You best start warping. Dang it. I guess we're going to tap a bunch of mana to Agony Warp this, and we get to journey the Insectile Aberration, then it's not the end of the whole universe. Well, the universe starting to end abruptly. Brig. Yup. how do they have untapped land? So yeah, I guess we don't have to do any of that. So we will just journey a seeker. Or sorry, journey an insectal aberration. Watch our opponent have the days. Really like get the rub-ins moving. So we'll get this off the battlefield. And unfortunately, because we kind of do want to get the scry trigger off of this, we're just going to sacrifice this for blue mana Tootswit for Artificer's Assistant. I will 100% trade an Artificer's Assistant with Delver of Secrets if it flips, by the way. I'm not above that at all. And I will also just trade a removal spell for our Artificer's Assistant. Yeah, opponent, why don't you just try to brew with Artificer's Assistants? Like a Bouse. Ponder, that's not even a good card. Came in late and it's 2/6. You know what? I'll lean back on my haunches for all the we had like 4 2/3s in a row. And we had an oaf. Or no, we had like 4 2/3s and then like a 3/2 and then a 5/0. And now we're back. We're back in kind of an awkward position here. Check this tech out, guys. Bet you never saw tech like this before. I could still turn the corner here. We're gonna upkeep Scry a spell we can't cast to the bottom with this Tooth of Chiskora. Value, guys. Sun Chaser that we also can't cast here. Those 2 wins are in one match. Yeah, luckily they happened at the same time. Now we have our own Delver of Secrets. What is our opponent supposed to do? They should just concede, really. I can't see them getting out of this one. Doomblade this. Like how yes. No, we're in it's match 5. I think this is match 5. Yeah, this is match 5. And I actually think we have 7 losses. We've been moving fast tonight. Our opponent, single black mana. They just did a bunch of stuff. I didn't even really pay attention. They're at 13 though. Infinite removal in their deck. Flipping a Delver. Oh, they're going to brainstorm again. Okay. We're going to attack with this 3/3 flyer. Then we'll play another 3/3 flyer. And hopefully life works out. It's so scary looking at your opponent's hand when they have like brainstorm on the stack. Got 1,000 cards going on. Ah, counterspell. Quite. Dang it. Chainer's Edict, counterspell mana up. 2 lands on the battlefield for our team. I feel like this deck certainly does need something. Good cards, maybe? Oh man, the rub-ins. The rub-ins are real. So we're gonna run Celestial Flare into our opponent's counterspell, and then we're gonna try to resolve this Auriok Sun Chaser next turn. Dismal Backwater. Yep. Here comes Insectal Aberration. Insectal Aberration. Don't go to blocks. They might have a ninja. Here's Counterspell. Listen, we just drew a million lands. Like we're not drawing lands anymore. I don't think it's got enough ponders and preordains and other stuff to justify going down on lands. But we're getting color screwed pretty bad here by relying on Lotus Petal as a blue source. Well, it's somehow down to 1 card in hand. Chainer's Edict online. Delver on the battlefield. A couple of teeth for us. Tuning the mana was hard. I was goldfishing this like a beast for a little while, trying to figure out exactly how the mana should be configured. Yeah, I think with blue mana it wouldn't be too bad, but we don't have blue mana. Oh man. I don't think I'm ever running 4 of these again. So what do we face? We face Elves, Delver, Burn, this deck. Maybe this is... No, I don't think this is... Do we get another game win at some point? No, that's it. Dead. If one of these Lotus Petals was a land, I think I'd be okay keeping this. I could like preordain into a land, but then this hand's still really bad, so. Now, let's see. Choked on blue mana again. Not choked on blue mana. We got there. We're going to get both of our new cards on the battlefield at the same time. There is no proof. Opponent. Further Delver. If this is Scred Delver, boom, Island. Never, didn't, have it. Play a frickin' 1/1. Daze it, opponent, I dare ya. They're like, what? I knew I was having a bad night, but I didn't know it was so bad that I'm in round 5 against an Artificer's Assistant. I wonder if they're going to get it off the battlefield right away. Like, you should kill this. This is probably one of the worst enablers. Snow-covered plains? Tireless Tribe? What do you mean? That was lucky. I wonder if they have a daze. Journey to Nowhere, your Tireless Tribe. I got super bamboozled. I played around, is it Delver, by playing my 1/1. You don't windmill slam a 1/1 into Tireless Tribe. They play another tribe, Circular Logic up, Inside Out in hand. Imagine. Now it looks like our opponent's going to try to Circular Logic us. So let's... Let's preordain. That'll tell us whether we want to run this Serra Disciple or this Auriok Sunchaser into a Circular Logic. This is also one of the best cards in our deck, so... Man, I kind of want to top both of these bad boys. Just, just go ham. I think I will bottom this, though. I'll top Pyrite Spellbomb. That does make Auriok Sunchaser a lot better. So, we'll play a land, play Serra Disciple, because we actually want this to resolve to make our Sunchaser a lot better. Opponent's going to read this for 20 straight seconds. Get upset about the Journey to Nowhere, which was incredibly lucky. And then I hope they counter it. Maybe they don't. Who knows? Deeply representing a counter here, though. I feel like we would have seen Augur Bolas last turn, unless this is going to be a hard cast Circular Logic. And I feel like they were lining up to leave up Circular Logic on their turn to punish us. And they might have a bounce spell too, or something like that. Like, that's probably just as good for them, buying another turn against these cards. But we're going to try to resolve 2 spells next turn, so sucks to your Circular Logic opponent. Wish this was a Tooth of Chiscoraya. Yeah, Spellbomb is essentially GG. We get Scry, pump our bird lady up. Friggin' theologians. Always talking about nonsense. I could use a little bit of red mana. Get Auriok Sunchaser down. Yeah, seems good. I really do think, like, it's kind of odd, right? Like, when you see this deck curve out, or not curve out, but like draw correctly, it does kind of look insane. When you see this deck draw a bunch of lands and then are Tooths of Chiscoria when you don't have a Serra Disciple on the battlefield, you kind of look like an idiot on the internet in front of a bunch of people. And I mean, I am partially here to do that, so I have succeeded. Heliotech, what do you think? What do you think our opponent's process is here? Play an Augur Bolas, hope to find a Tireless Tribe. Gush, find a Tireless Tribe. We're gonna have to combo off and win next turn, gang. They're gonna brainstorm Ash Barrens. Pretty strong. Pretty strong. Oh, maybe not. Grenade off of Brainstorm. In this format, pretty okay. Opponent leaving up nothing this turn. Well, that's gonna be good for us. I don't think they have like prohibits and stuff. This could be the version that Kung Fu Trees was going around with the they don't have a 2-mana counterspell, so I feel like I'll just Evolving Wilds first. Because we're gonna get a Scry off this Spellbomb. One opponent is dazed pretty hard about your deck. Pretty reasonable thing to be. I'll keep Star. There goes Spellbomb. Play Sun Chaser. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Attacking for considerably more next turn. Spellbomb online. What do you think, opponent? What's your life like over there? What are you trying to tell me here? So let's try to Chromatic Star. We are the combo deck now, opponent. Us. What's the Scry say? What's on top of our deck? Another Artificer's Assistant. Heck no, we don't. So that'll come in. It's a lot of cards. And I feel like we're going to attack for, 7+ here. Or you got 7+ on the battlefield. 8, I guess, altogether. 9. 9 damage on board. Well, I wonder what the Dean machine thinks of the Spellbombs deck. It's all right, opponent. You can just scoop it up. How'd you feel being win number 3 for the Spellbombs deck? I would really appreciate it. We gotta get some plants going on. We gotta just, like, I have to get to the point where I have so many viewers and followers that you guys just flood the leagues so that I inevitably run into one of you and you can just play bad and concede against my decks. I think opponent just crashed. Oh, no. Opponent's still got lots of gas left in them. So we'll do this. We might run into a cantrip of some sort. I feel like I kind of don't want to just run another Spellbomb or something into them. Especially like the one of Aether Spell. Oh, baby. Okay, well. We got mana floating. Let's try to Seeker of the Way. Will this eat a Circular Logic? No. Maybe they just don't have it. I feel like if anything was going to get logicked, it would be that. Yeah, that's true. And I have 3 Spellbombs. I'm ready. I also have Standard Bearers. Can Inside Out... Wait, does Inside Out target your opponent's stuff? Yeah, so Standard Bearer, pretty good, I think. I have Standard Bearers and I have Hydroblasts. Like, I don't feel like they're going to be able to combo off against us. They'll be on the value plan next game, and we'll be on the beatdowns. I don't really know if we want to fight them on the counter magic battlefield. Like on the... I don't know if I bring in Dispels and Standard Bearers and stuff. But this deck has a lot of like mainboard tribe hate, I guess. It does have the Spellbombs, Journeys, Vapor Snags. Yeah, okay. Both Shadow Rift and Inside Out on Bearer. Cool. So Standard Bearer feels like it'll be pretty good. I feel like our opponent's going to bring in their answers for X1s, which is not bad against us. We'll just pass. Like a real slow opponent, but it's not going to punish you. You're playing a fast deck. feel like you got a good recommendation for somebody. You're like, my internet connection's not that good in my apartment, you know, and I haven't played Moto. I don't get to play a lot of Magic. I'd like to play more Magic. What deck should I play? And they're like, you know what, man, you should play Tireless Tribe because you can combo off really fast and win the game. And it's like not a big deal. Like you can just do that. Our turn. What do we draw? Sick. Okay. So we're definitely going to cast this anyway, just to turn on Seeker. This is the luckiest I have ever been. I can't imagine they don't have counter magic for it here. You don't just run out a raw tribe. Or maybe you do run out a raw tribe. I guess we're about to find out. I needed to run good one time. That's why I have weird numbers of Auriok Sunchaser, like 2, so that I draw it exactly when I need it and win. They do have their circular logic. Okay. We can only pay 3 for that. They are down a card in hand. We're attacking for 5 in the air, putting them to 4, dead to a bunch of stuff next turn. Yeah, they can still win. You're right. Okay, we'll get in. I definitely attack with Seeker of the Way. I'm pretty sure. Or does gaining 3 even matter that much? I think gaining 3 matters a lot because they'll go up to 7 cards in hand. Right? So if they go up to 7, leave 1 blocker, so they have to have Shadow Rift. All right. Yeah, I guess Seeker doesn't matter that much, but still. Steal. All right. They're at 4. They could have all the cards. Do you have all the cards? Shadow Rift. Okay. And Inside Out, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so what do? I just wait until they pitch their hand and then Spellbomb, right? Okay, they make it hexproof? Oh, they might have that stupid... you know what? I should have waited. I should have got them when they were tapped out. They might have Dive Down. Weren't some lists running Dive Down? I bet they've got Dive Down. And now we're dead. Like after the Inside Out or in response? How did that go? That was like Shadow Rift, yeah, and then Inside Out, yeah. Dang it. In response, Giga Drowse. Okay, so I think we got him, right? Sacrifice Pyrite Spellbomb, targeting Tireless Tribe. Good game. Is that correct? I think that's correct, right? All right, we did it. So Standard Bearers come in. Dispel's probably pretty okay. And we can't really take out any more of our hate. Like we already have a good amount of main deck hate. We might not need Sun Chasers to win the game, but they're pretty good. They're probably better than like the 4th Artificer's Assistant. And having a bunch of Leonin Squires probably not super important. Think Twice is probably not going to matter here. And Chromatic Star probably not going to matter here. I guess Leonin Squire gets back Spellbomb, which could be relevant. Probably, yeah, Teeth is probably way too fancy. We're not protecting... yeah, you're right. Teeth is way too fancy. So we can bring in our Think Twices. We can bring in Celestial Flares even. Probably not that bad. So go down the Teeth. Yeah, Teeth aren't important almost at all. They don't really do anything. So we might not be pumping up our Sarah Disciples as much. I might even want like one less Disciple and like one Tooth to trigger Seeker of the Way. Well, I have my Think Twices in there, so yeah, that should be okay. I'll keep Sarah Disciple in. We probably want threats. Electrickery is good. If they have 2. Or it just kills it. Yeah, just kills Tribe. True. True. All of these spells seem really good. Apparently we're just like mono Tribe hate. Yeah. I think they're like a better control deck than we are, though. Which is weird, but this is, all of these spells are like too good to deny. This spell might not be that good. I don't know how often we're leaving up mana, especially in a matchup where we are trying to beat them down. But let's try this. Let's see what happens. We're up 3-7, gang. It's oh, for God's sakes, deck. Stop drawing like an idiot. Turn 1 Seeker of the Way. GG's. I'll keep Flare on top. Turn 1 Plains Seeker or Plains Tribe go. Oh man, opponent, that's no fun. At least they don't know about Celestial Flare. Oh, here comes Tribe. Ooh, baby. So I think we'll do it like this. I think this is actually pretty safe. We'll just leave up Celestial Flare here. It's not even that big of a blowout. You're just going to ponder. Yep. Can't cast an Inside Out now, can you, opponent? Attack with it. Oh god, pay me. I kind of just want to, like, let it go, but I feel... yeah, I feel like you can't just, like, wait. They could have Circular Logic backup, so... Taste it. Nighty Night TT. Alright, so we'll Seeker. Our land's just gonna, or our deck's just gonna keep giving us mana. It was real nice and gave us a Celestial Flare. Maybe I shouldn't shame it so hard. Let's see what they play. Another Tireless Tribe is a precarious suggestion. I guess we have Dispel for Inside Out at the very least, but they can protect it with Circular Logic at this point. Well, I guess they would need another island to do that. But, well, hell, you Tech, I'm so glad you were here. I was 100% going to get greedy and let them keep hitting me until I could punish them. All right, let's hope and wish and pray a la Dusty Springfield. I've been crediting that to John Mayer. I did credit that to John Mayer for so long. I feel so bad. Sorry, John. Sorry, Dusty Springfield. Yeah, I feel like that was really emotionally difficult for you yesterday. Opponent, that's the fastest I've seen them do something all match. This is a Tireless Tribe. I guess it could be Ash Barrens. Yeah, sure. So they're playing the Raw Tribe. We'll draw Journey. It'll be beautiful. It'll be like they never even had it. Nope. Just gonna keep drawing lands. Play Evolving Wilds, play Lotus Petal. They have 4 cards in hand, so I'm going to attack with Seeker of the Way. We have a Dispel as backup, and this will put them back a turn. Yeah, that was hard for you, man. Yeah, that is bizarre. Takes the seeker damage. All right, go ahead. Your turn. Yeah, that's very bizarre. Oh, Apostle's Blessing. Suppose. Imagine. All I need is non-creature spells now. Don't give me some stupid Artificer's Assistant deck. Just give me, like, Think Twice. Please. Or just, like, allow my opponent to pitch their hand and Inside Out and all that nonsense. They will Brainstorm. I almost could have dispelled that. But I feel like where they have Tribe on board, it's kind of only a matter of time before they try to go off and kill us. And they don't have their other blue source to protect it right now. So Dispel could be big game. But I think they wisely didn't pitch their whole hand last time. Ah, powerful play. Brainstorm into Terramorphic Expanse. Feel like white mana. Go get the second planes. Also attack. Why not? Oh, baby. Do this whole nonsense. Thin my deck a little bit. Pray for a non-creature spell. Non-creature spell. Come on. That's a pretty good one if we're going to have one. So I'll play a land, go to combat, swing for 2. I feel like they will Circular Logic it next turn, and I don't know. They can Circular Logic and Inside Out next turn, but I don't think this is the turn where we're really worried about it, so we will try to get this off the board again. I mean, if they do commit a lot of resources to it, and they do like Inside Out, like I might just wait until it's going to be all the way there. Sure. Opponent. Swangs. Go to blocks. No responses. Well, actually responses. Celestial Flare you. Opponent's playing like glacially slow too. They're kind of killing the 2-league dream here. And I'm assuming they have a Circular Logic. But I think if we just dispel their Circular Logic, like, and they have to pitch another card to try to do anything about it. I guess they could have, no, Inside Out doesn't kill us here, so dispel Circular Logic, and we could get Tribe off the battlefield. Like, the upside is high enough. So let's see if they have a second one. If they do, they can't Inside Out, so I guess there's that anyway. You can just sit back, hope they don't have an answer. Tireless Tribe will die. Life will be good again. They do have another Circular Logic, but they're down to 3 cards in hand. Biggest ol' Seeker of the Way not doing anything. Nah, we will not pay for Circular Logic. And it will counter our Celestial Flare. What a bummer. What do we draw? No land. Don't give me a land deck. For the love of God. Good. Good deck, yes. Yeah, we will bottom this, top this. Let's just put this away, huh? Oh, that was a good turn. Journey the Tireless Trap. Attack for 4. And I feel like they're just on the straight up combo plan. Like, hopefully this just locks it up for us. Them just not having blockers would be sufficient at this point. Like, if we just run, like, they're almost out of their interaction. We've taken care of 2 Tireless Tribes. I feel like we gotta get a bit unlucky to lose here. Also, our opponent only has 11 minutes on their clock. So there's that. Yeah, I don't really know either. They're gonna cantrip with their Shadow Rift. Is this Augur to Bola? Finally, they find an Augur to Bolas. They're going to whiff on it. I almost feel bad for them when they whiff on it. Things have not been going well for them. Oh, they find a Gush. Okay. All right. If they were going to have their game turn around, this is how it was going to happen. Yep. All right. Leon and Squire, huh? So what does Leon and Squire get back? Just Lotus Petal? It's a little unfortunate. But it does trigger our Seeker, so we want to do that. So I'll just raw Leon and Squire. Get Lotus Petal. Play Lotus Petal. Triggers. And we're at least attacking into this Augur with bears for the next few turns. So there's that. For whatever that's worth. They're at 6, we're at 28. We would like evasion, but I don't think I necessarily need it at this point. Dizzy Spell for Tireless Tribe. We're at 28, though. And they did cash in a Shadow Rift already. Imagine we just top deck another Journey to Nowhere. Ooh, okay, well that's effectively as good. So let's just play out Standard Bearer. There's no profitable attacks for us here. Or no, we should attack, because to save their tribe, they have to pitch a card. I guess I could double block either of these creatures. Yeah, no, they can double block Seeker of the Way, so I don't think there's any logic in attacking here. They can just double block Seeker, pump Tribe. So let's not do that. What have you found? And they're just so low on clock, too. We haven't seen any inside outs yet. I guess they could still go on that plan of like double inside out on Standard Bearer. They're only at 6. We won the match. All right, well, 2-3. 2-3 ain't the worst.